We are Jacob and Jenny, and we have arrived in the capital of Chile, Santiago.
This is a huge, bustling city of 8 million people. We're excited to be here and to take in as much as we can. We have about a day and a half, so we're going to try and see as many sights and eat as much food as we can in this short period of time. So we're starting off our time here in Santiago at Cerro San Christobal. It's a huge park in the middle of the city with a mountain that just overlooks everything, topped by a huge statue of the Virgin Mary.
We hiked up this mountain quite a way, or mountain. We hiked up the mountain to get up here, and we were so looking forward to just seeing some incredible views.
So there's a few different ways to get all the way up here to the top of the mountain. You can take a funicular, like behind me. There's a set of cable cars that you can take if you want to go that route, or a bus, or you can do like what we did and hike the 45 minutes up to the top. The weather's just so beautiful, so we didn't want to pass that up and really get to enjoy the weather and the kind of good views along the way. That was a really good way to get up here.
Ooh, so from up on top of the hill, you can just see all through the city. There's one of the biggest buildings, at least in the city, I don't know, maybe South America, something like that. And there's also the view of the Andes that lines the city. So it is quite a sight. It is a little hazy today. We are here in winter, which is normally a good time to come to see it because it'll rain or maybe snow, but it has been very dry this year, so we haven't been able to see kind of the peak views that we could have been seeing, but it's still just an amazing way to see the whole city.
So up here there's a bunch of little stalls selling all sorts of little treats and snacks, and our hike up here we built up a bit of an appetite, or at least needed something to refresh us a little bit. And one thing that I've heard of here, saw, is called a Mote con Huesillo. So it's normally just a summer treat, but it's so warm right now, even though we're in winter, that everyone around has been eating these. So they look pretty good, and I think I needed to try it. It's like a peach juice with like a canned peach inside, and then on the bottom is like some sort of grain, like corn or like oat or something like that. I don't know exactly what kind of grain it is, but it's just like the bottom inch or two is just this like grain saturated in all the liquid.
Do you drink it? It has a spoon, but there's lots of liquid at the top. Ooh, it kind of tastes like a tea, like a fruity tea, sweet, like maybe just like a fruity sweet tea. And then I'm really not sure how to eat this because there's this big peach thing, or apricot maybe, and then the grain. So I guess I'll just try some of the grain at the bottom. Kind of just tastes like some sort of oat, which is actually kind of nice because it's not super sweet, and so it kind of breaks up all the sweetness from the like sweet tea kind of flavor of the top. It's actually really good and refreshing. I like this a lot.
Oh, it's like a really sweet peach juice, I think. I think it's really sweet, the juicy part of it. A little, I can see some tea, like, undertones. Oh, that's weird. I like chewy grains. What an interesting combination of things. I'm not quite sure how to get the peach itself. Let's see. Just like a canned peach that you would get. It's just been like soaking in its liquid forever. It is very refreshing, and it is actually quite warm today. So this is really, really nice. I can definitely see why this is a popular treat down here.
Since we hiked all the way up, we decided to take it easy on the way down and take the funicular. And then hopefully seeing just some more incredible sights of the city. After all of the morning, the hiking, the sightseeing, I am ready to eat lunch. So I think our next mission is to go eat, find something delicious and local.
For lunch, we came to this really neat kind of old spot here called Antigua Fuente, and Santiago is crazy about their sandwiches. There's sandwich places everywhere, and this place serves them huge. It is I think the originator of the lomito sandwich, which is what we have here. And you get a few different ways with some different toppings. I got what is called the lomito completo, and I think it has sauerkraut, some tomato, mayo, cheese maybe. It is so massive though. This place is hopping, it's busy, it's loud. Oh man, I am just very excited. It seems like a real popular place, and I can't wait to try this, even though I don't think I'm gonna be able to finish it. And I think I need a fork. Oh, the pork is so nicely cooked, so tender, and all the toppings on it just go so well with it. It's very creamy. There's so much cheese and mayo. It just, it's so good. And the bread, it's a kind of bread that we've had at some of our other tours while we've been in Chile, and it's real nice. It's like a little bit harder. It holds together nicely with all of this liquid and all of the oozingness out of this sandwich. But, that is a perfect lunch. I'm happy.
So I got the lomito sandwich Italian style, which is avocado, mayonnaise, and tomato, because it looks like the Italian flag, not because it's Italian flavor. Ooh, that pork is tender. Oh, so good. And the bread is really soft, and ooh, this is yummy. It's like a simple flavor palette, but it's still very tasty. I'm excited to just dig into this. It's going to take me a while to eat it, I think, but that's okay. The lunch was very fatty with avocado, mayonnaise, and pork on the sandwich. I can just kind of feel the fat on my tongue still.
Now that we are stuffed from such a gigantic lunch, we're going to take a little bit to just stroll around the city. We found a little walking tour on an app, so we're going to take that. And our first stop here on the walking tour is actually just like right across the street from our hotel, which is very convenient, is Santa Lucia Hill, which is actually the founding point of the city of Santiago. Back in 1541, Spanish conquistador claimed this hill and founded the city of Santiago. So this has a lot of history here. It's supposed to have a beautiful fort, and when you get to the top, it should have really good views of the city. Which, I mean, we've already seen some amazing views, so I'm excited to see more. Let's get going. We got a few more steps to climb before we get there.
So we tried climbing up and getting higher to the top of the hill, and when we tried to go past a certain point, there was like a guard or something there, and so we couldn't go any farther. So I don't know if we're gonna be able to get to the top of this hill. We're gonna keep walking and see what we can find, but yeah, we don't really know exactly how to get to the top. So we figured out a way to get a little bit higher up. It was kind of a maze coming down, back down, around, and then up. But we made it a little bit higher, and we are just enjoying some nice views of the city. Again, you can see the Andes Mountains there, some of the larger buildings here, and just get like a nice view of this part of the skyline. It is a very sprawling city, so kind of just concentrated in one area.
And you can also see where we started at this morning.
Yeah, out going on that little black staircase. Yeah,
I think so.
That's okay. Well, we'll see. Oh, we made it up to the top. 4 good views of the city.
It's quite a maze to get up here. It just keeps going and going, and you find different little passages that you can get to a higher spot. But I think it's worth it to get to the top. I had no idea it went this high right here. It's not a very big park size-wise, but it gets really high up. And it's kind of neat that it's just kind of nestled in between all of the big buildings around it. It's like its own little sanctuary, little park, right in the middle of the hustle and bustle. Very cool, very nice park. And lovely views.
Ooh, we're so narrow. So this park has been really interesting. We've been winding all over the place, just trying to kind of figure out how to get out into our next stop on our tour. And we were just walking along and we came across this giant Neptune fountain. This park is so interesting how you can just go one way and you'll see a bunch of like cool different flowers, another way, giant fountain. Very interesting park.
Well, we made it out of the park and back into the hustle and bustle of the city. Whoa, quite a stark difference from the middle of the park to right outside. But now I think we're walking along here a little bit till our next stop.
So there are some pedestrian areas here that are just crazy busy, but there's just like a bunch of stores lining the area. There's tons of street vendors, and just kind of the hustle and the bustle of the city is a little overwhelming. So we're now at the Constitution Plaza, which is where a lot of the different government buildings here are. There's the Presidential Palace, there's Treasury Building, some other relevant buildings to the government here in Chile since it is the capital city of the country. There's also a changing of the guard that's every other day. I think it's also in the morning, so we missed that, but that is a popular thing to come see here. But what we're really enjoying is just kind of relaxing and enjoying the beautiful weather that is out today. And kind of out of all the hustle and bustle of the rest of the city. Definitely a much different atmosphere than the pedestrian walkways and some of the busier areas of town. So we're now at the Plaza de Armas, another plaza here that is full of noteworthy buildings here in Santiago. One of the more noteworthy buildings is the cathedral. There has been a church on the site of Santiago's cathedral since the founding of the city, and there's been many iterations of it due to earthquakes and other natural disasters that kind of occurred. But the current one now is very ornate and elaborate inside. There's lots of noteworthy paintings, there's stained glass, there's a silver altar. So if you do want to come and see some very ornate church in the city, this is where you want to come. There's also some other noteworthy buildings. There's the Natural History Museum, there's the post office. So it's kind of a nice place to come if you want to see other noteworthy places of Santiago.
Good morning. We didn't quite finish up our tour last night. We got a little too exhausted from all the climbing of the mountains, but we are back where we left off in the Plaza de Armas.
And today we have a few more things that we want to do in Santiago before we leave tonight. Our next stop is the Chilean Pre-Columbian Art Museum here in Santiago, and we're looking forward to seeing some of the artwork from the area and more indigenous native people to the area. And we're looking forward to just seeing kind of some unique pieces, we think. So let's go. Well, so I've been walking around the museum, and there is just such a giant collection of things here. And it's really interesting because it goes through kind of like as far north as Mexico and then down through South America. So we've kind of gotten to see lots of different styles of art from all of those areas. And one thing for us that we have enjoyed seeing is different pieces of art from other places we've traveled to. So it's been fun to pick those out along the way as well.
That was a really fascinating museum. Just so many different artifacts from such a big area. And it's really cool to see kind of the history of Chile and the surrounding area. And one of the coolest things, or one of the most interesting artifacts they had, was a few mummies from one of the civilizations kind of in northern Chile, I believe. And they were making mummies here before the Egyptians were making mummies. It's just wild. So they had a few of those on display. A little creepy, but very, very interesting. Highly recommend coming to the museum. Yeah.
So after our trip to the museum, we came to the historic Central Market. Hopefully we're going to find some food. It sounds like it's going to be a little overwhelming, so we don't know if we'll be able to find anything, but we're going to try.
Well, the market was interesting. Food looked amazing, all of the fish and vegetables and everything. Chile's well known for their agriculture, but it was a little intense. Like everyone in there was trying to like push us to eat at their restaurant, and it just got a little overwhelming. And it looked like all of the restaurants in there were serving huge plates of seafood and different fish and soups and things like that. And we weren't feeling quite that hungry, so we just went around to the outside of the market and found this little empanada stand, and that just seemed perfect for what we were looking for. Just a quick little bite to kind of get us through the rest of the day. So we got two different empanadas. Mine is a pino, which is a very traditional empanada flavor here. And I think it's minced meat, olives, hard-boiled egg, and maybe something else. I don't remember exactly. I'll have to bite into it and find out. A lot of onion in it. That's what I didn't mention. But it's got kind of like a soupy consistency in the inside. It's very nice, but I can feel like the heat just boiling out of it. So one unique thing about empanadas here is that they're baked, and they come in kind of the square shape instead of like a traditional fried kind of half moon round shape. So far I'm really enjoying this. I need to get down to the meat. Yeah, it's just really good. It just tastes like the inside of like a chicken pot pie almost, but it's a little bit different ingredients, but that's kind of the flavor I'm getting.
So I don't know if I was feeling as adventurous with the Pinot flavor as Jacob was, so I just got cheese, and mine ended up looking like a giant puff pastry. So I'm guessing, ooh, okay, can you see this? It's just like cheesy bread, which is like my favorite thing. That is so good. Just some flaky, kind of, it's very much like croissant bread on the outside, very flaky, and then has just some like gooey, pulley cheese inside. Lovely, lovely light lunch. So we need a little pick-me-up this afternoon, especially since we have a long flight ahead of us a little bit later. But one thing that we also wanted to try here was this cookie. So there's this noteworthy cookie here that is covered, that is a sandwich cookie with like shortbread with the different kind of fillings in the middle. And it's covered in chocolate. So the one we got is a type of dulce de leche that's kind of noteworthy here, that we've seen and had a couple of times on different things, pastries, and just like a little carton of it. So that has been good. So I think this is going to be pretty tasty, if I can get it open. There we go. Alright. You can tell that it looks like a kind of a sandwich cookie. Ours is a little, I don't know, melty. That's just covered in chocolate. Okay. That's really good. I love the, I mean, it's very sweet. Just a lot of sweetness, but the textures in it are nice because you have like the creaminess of the dulce de leche, the crunchiness of the cookie, and then you can't beat covering a cookie in chocolate. Yum. Ooh, so we had an amazing time in Santiago, Chile.
Yeah, we're just gonna finish our day here in one of Santiago's beautiful parks. They just have parks throughout the entire city, and it seems like everyone is out and enjoying them, especially on this beautiful day.
Yeah, and we are really sad to say goodbye to Chile. We really hope to come back. We know there's a ton more things to do here that we just didn't get a chance to do on this trip.
Yeah, and if you liked this video, make sure you give us a thumbs up and subscribe so you can see our next trip. I don't know where we're going, but we'll take you there with us.
Thanks for watching.